Hey guys, how's it going? It's the Czar here signing in. Hope you all doing well. Happy Labor Day. Okay. And I'm not doing too well, okay? As the New York Yankees continue to struggle, going to Baltimore, lose three out of four. You know, most of us probably thought, okay, they're going to Baltimore. This would be the time where they'll get back on track. Maybe win a few games or maybe even take three out of four. But no, they went in there, lost three out of four as this team continued to look lifeless in the lack of leadership and the players continuing to struggle and the manager who I happen to like actually really not helping his cause as he actually is in the final year of his contract. And to go along with him, I think it will is the hitting coach and the pitching coach who are also working on punching their ticket out the door. Okay, Aaron Boone was brought in here 3 years ago to replace Joe Girardi. I was disappointed to let Girardi go. Okay, they brought Aaron Boone, fine. He did well his first two seasons here. This year he's made a lot of questionable decisions, very boneheaded decisions, really. Okay, but the way this team is, been performing, I think the Yankees will have to reevaluate the manager position again. Okay, my guess is probably like Aaron Boone plays does not go anywhere. That's what I think. But I'm pretty sure they will revisit, whether if this is the guy you want for this team going forward, or if this team they just have to blow it up again. Because okay, right now, Gary Sanchez is not the catcher is not the future catcher of this team. Okay, we all know that. All right, I've been a big Gary Sanchez supporter over the years. Ever since he came up in 2000, he came up in 16, but when he was a full-time catcher in 2017, I said, okay, you know what? You don't give up on a guy like this. Just look at the power numbers. He's gonna get better behind the plate, but he has not been getting better. Okay, he's very inconsistent. Some people look at him, you know what? He's lazy. He doesn't care, and I'm kind of seeing it too now. Okay, as much as I hate to say it, it's just what I'm seeing, and I've waited a long time for Gary to get going and doing it on a consistent basis. Okay, forget about the batting average, but at least if you're gonna hit a home runs and be, that power numbers guy, you gotta at least, actually freaking do it. Actually hit damn home runs when we need it in key situations. So he was benched yesterday, which I have no problem. I say, you know what, just bench him the rest of the year. Who cares? You know what? Put in whoever needs to be. Either way, he's an automatic out. He's a type of, okay, I'm going to hit a solo home run in the first inning, then I'm going to strike out three more times, and the following game I'll strike out four more times. So definitely no, we cannot be running him out there. Okay, Yankees have drafted catchers, so we'll see. I do not see him being the catcher going forward. I'm not saying about this year, he probably will, but it's definitely a lot of things to go over in the offseason. Okay, from the manager all the way to the players. And one thing that we fell in love with last year was the whole when our star players went on the IL is the whole next man up, which it worked last year, but it's not working this year. Okay, this year the next man up has been exposed. The Mike Talkmans, the Mike Ford, the Thairo Estradas. Not saying they can be good players, but this year no, they're actually more disposed of how much they're role players. Okay, Brett Gardner needs to play better. All right. At least you got to see Miguel Andujar get some at bats, and maybe he gets going. Okay, that would be a big boost. And now since Gio Urshela's on the IL, this is Miguel Andujar's opportunity. And I wasn't, very. I didn't really agree with the fact of him, pretty much just like jerking him around. You know, he's here for one game, back to the alternate side, and so I'm actually happy that he's actually getting consistent at bats, which I always thought that's what he needed to get his bat going. All right, we all know the shaky defense, but we'll see what happens going forward. Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, who knows if they'll be back before the season ends. They say they're hoping to have them both back. Stanton probably is a little bit closer than Judge, but then if Judge is back with like 5 games remaining, it's really so many things could happen till then, and the way the Yankees are playing, they're really playing themselves out of the playoffs this year. Okay. Also, the coaching staff, like I mentioned, Matt Blake, a pitching guru. Yeah, I don't see it this year. Okay, he came in here. The Yankees passed on David Cohn, which I was shocked. Okay, maybe they passed on Cohn because he wasn't. You see, the thing is that they want someone who is about the numbers, not a guy who is willing to be about the numbers and have to like adapt. No, they don't want that guy. They want the guy who is about the numbers, that lives and dies by them. That's why they went with Matt Blake. Okay, and Matt Blake, he came in here, we always had a strong bullpen. The pitching staff. We brought in Garrett Cole. You figured, oh man, with Matt Blake, the guy with what he did with the program there in Cleveland, and I've not seen it yet. I haven't seen it. Players are actually struggling. The pitchers are struggling. Okay, so his ass will be out the door too, pretty soon. And same thing with Marcus Timms. Okay, remember, it's always you always have to blame it on someone, and it's gonna be the hitting coach. Just like when they let Kevin Long go. Okay, team was struggling offensively. It was they called for his head. And big series against the Toronto Blue Jays, which actually is not even more. It's not even about the Blue Jays. It's more about the actual team, the Yankees itself, and how they will perform. Okay. And I'm really the window's closing. Okay. The Yankees should have won a World Series. This team was built to win the World Series in 18 or 19, and once again they fell short. They haven't won since 2009. Way too long. Okay, you love what Brian Cashman did by blowing it all up and trading Aroldis Chapman, getting back Gleyber Torres in that trade, then re-signing Chapman the following year. The Andrew Miller trade gave us turned it to Clint Frazier, Justice Sheffield, and we turned Sheffield for James Paxton, which he's hurt. Hoping to get him back. Who knows when that will be. So many things here that the Yankees have to figure out going forward. Okay, guys are not getting younger. The window is closing. Yeah, they're stuck with Giancarlo Stanton's contract for like the next 9 years. Okay, so it's something they'll have to reevaluate. All right. So that's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully next time we talk, things will get a little better. Also want to give a big shout out to the Simonetti Source. Okay, you can follow him on Twitter at Simonetti Source, my man. Alrighty. And hope you all stay safe. It's the Czar signing off. Have a good one.